Hi, I'm Mark Lesko from Highland Park, New Jersey. We're talking about voting rights. Interesting, because in the United States, voting has not been treated as a right. It's been treated as a privilege historically. And in a time where we should be going in the opposite direction, we still have gerrymandering. We're still taking away, a lot of states are taking away polling places and making it more difficult for people to vote. We've talked about people of color, women were formerly not allowed to vote. They're discouraging low income people from being allowed to vote. And in my opinion, every citizen of the United States should be able to vote, no exceptions. I also think the voter age should be lowered because the youth are sort of spearheading a lot of our projects at this point. But that's my opinion. And one topic that almost no one discusses is accessibility to voting for disabled individuals, not just people in wheelchairs per se who have physical disabilities, but also the blind and people who can't read voting machines or mail-in ballots, people with anxiety and other mental illnesses who might have a hard time figuring out voting or figuring out what to do. They need support. And there should be a national support system for anyone with any disability to be able to have accessibility to voting. So every citizen should be able to vote, but we need to really push to make it so everyone can vote and there is no voter suppression. Also, mail-in ballots not being counted sometimes. They've found stores of mail-in ballots that weren't counted. And there's no reason for it not to happen, except that the politicians fear that if the people voted, the people would have a say and we would be able to run our own government as it was designed to be.
We welcome you to the launch of the Mass Poor People's Low-Wage Assembly and Moral March on Washington, D.C., June 18, 2022.
And we need to do it with the biggest actions possible.
Because we know the only scarcity is the moral will to do what's right.
Veterans across this nation say enough is enough.
My voice is just as valuable as anyone else's.
We need the third Reconstruction.
We have an immoral system run by immoral people.
But together we fight.
And we become an agent of change.
We're rising up to demonstrate the compelling power that we, poor and low-income people, have to reconstruct society from the bottom up. It's time for a change!
We are people of resilience.